We're going to start with the School Board of Education. Now, school board voters are going to be asked to choose 3 for a 4-year term. And our first one up is going to be Scott Johnson. Of course, he's an incumbent, and we're going to be talking with him as he comes up here to the podium. He is first. How these are picked, they're all done alphabetically. So Scott Johnson just happened to be first here this evening. So we're going to turn the mic over to Scott. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Brian. My name's Scott Johnson. I'm the network administrator for 21st Century Systems here in McCook. I grew up in Cambridge, 25 miles east of here. Graduated from the University of University of Lincoln, Nebraska at Kearney, with a finance degree. Worked for a couple businesses here in town, and then moved into the technology sector here in McCook. When I was appointed the school board member back in January of '09, I immediately joined the board and had a big agenda item of hiring our superintendent. And we went through that process, took a little over a month, and we got that hired out with Mr. Norgard here at McCook Schools. We also then had several projects that as a board agreed upon. We got air conditioning in the junior high. We ran a academic recovery program that is now implemented in our summer school. We also put on the addition in the special ed at the elementary school. But that was all in the past. So now we're looking forward in the future, and we've got several items that we're budgeting for. We are budgeting for a new route bus. We're also budgeting for a new phone system, which is a big expenditure for the school. We've also are now focusing on literature and vocabulary, along with technology programs for the school system. We also are planning for and budgeting for track and resurfacing, and also there was one other thing, but it slipped my mind. But that's the things that we're proposing for the school system. That's where I'm at currently. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Scott, my question for you: a lot of great plans for the future for the school board or for the school system, and great things that need to happen. And along those lines are going to come challenges because the state budget right now, looks to be in a big deficit. I've heard estimates of $800 million, over the next two years cycle. And how would you go about a process that is probably going to cut funds to the school board or to the school system, as well as healthcare, as well as others? How would you approach that process, as looking at how the state can trim the budget? October 29th, there's going to be a new forecast come out. The state forecasting agency is going to submit a new forecast for Governor Heidemann. And with the current budget forecast that they've got, they are saying that with our current state aid calculations, we're looking at a over $900,000 deficit. And they're attempting to funnel, the Fed is coming in and attempting to funnel in an extra $59 million, which is approximately 7% refunding. So that would lessen the $900,000 deficit by about $250,000. So we're still looking at a deficit. However, those are projections. We don't know what the state aid calculation is going to be, because that changes every year. They always tinker with it to make it fit whatever calculations they want to come up with. And so we don't have a firm grasp of what those numbers are going to be. But that's based on what we currently know and what they're currently projecting. However, it could be more, it could be less. We are taking the steps, and we have been for the last couple of years, to plan for that by coming out with the early retirement for some of our teachers. We've also hired an excellent staff of newer teachers and of training them up. And we think that those cost savings will help offset those deficits
later on. We've also got retirement plans in place in the next couple of years for teachers currently on staff, and those two would also offset those costs. We're also diligent with our spending. There's several cost-saving measures that our business manager, Rick Haney, has introduced to us as a board, and have passed those on to him to approve to go ahead and to balance our budget.
Well, I appreciate your specific answers there, because that is a question that I don't think any of us have approved.
You seem to be well versed in budgetary issues. I'm wondering, what do you see as the most pressing academic issue facing the Cook Public Schools, and how would you deal with it?
Right now, probably our pressing education issue program, is that the question? Would probably be our reading is what we're focusing on, is our reading program. We're trying to implement a new reading program. The state, or the assessments have just came out for our reading, where we've met, several of our grades have met and exceeded the state average, but we've always liked to do better than the state, and so we're implementing new reading programs to help with that. I've spent the last almost 2 years now working with several great administrators and teachers and meeting with the people of the community, and I enjoy discussing several different topics regarding the school, and whether it be budgeting, finance, how things are going with in the schoolroom or with the facilities or anything like that. And I just want to thank all those people for their input, and I continue to listen to what they have to say, and we'll hope that everyone comes out. This helps with people making their decisions to vote, and they turn out on the 2nd and they come out and place their vote. Thanks.